When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. The Cornhuskers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it out. It's Burr. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have the football first. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people are really excited to see how he plays in this one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air. It's Austin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Secures it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And these are the plays that defenses talk about, man. These are the ones that get you in those situations where you can win. You've given up some yards on this drive, but it doesn't matter. When you play great job on 2nd down and force the passing situation, now, man, you get that dime package ready, you get that pass rush package ready, and you're ready to go get the quarterback.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. And it's no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Austin. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Lost to fire on second down. Right on the money. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the change impossible. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding them. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Throws for the tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the going over the top. He's got it inside the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense when you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Leaves it with the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. Fighting off the defender. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Huskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have movement. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Scanning the field, it's Austin. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. They've got the screen set up. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Rush is on him. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
Well, you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw in that blitz, they had no shot at blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Floats it out in space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Back to throw, it's Chambers. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's got him in the flat. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Huskers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Just keep slinging it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They go to the ground. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Going to swing it on second down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires downfield. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, indeed.
Just keeps moving. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To throw, it's Chambers. Makes the grab. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Powers through the defender. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They'll throw on third and short. Zings it complete to the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged in the middle, it's Rhodes. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. They'll send out the kicker here. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Austin. It's complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Man, And what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Catch in the middle, it's Nelson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Chambers. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for a gap, it's Daniels. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the...
Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Austin. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On the move, he fires. A missed opportunity on that errant pass.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they go back on top. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by a field goal over Vanderbilt. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rhodes. Turning on the Jets. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking downfield, it's Chambers. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Past the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He rifles one deep to the left. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Rhodes. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Pulls and fires complete. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Here's the handoff. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Under fire. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Nelson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. You're going to hear guys have